I want to be really honest with you. I've messed up towards the end of this year. You know, there's just a few patterns that have snuck back in on my letting go practice, you know. So a few of my old traumas just coming up. And I realised, and what I want to tell you is that even if you do this every day, some things are going to go unnoticed until some chaos happens in your life. Now, there's a couple of things. I've put back on all the weight that I've lost pretty much. I've noticed that when things are going really well, my past trauma wants me to cause a problem. And that's interesting to me. And I've noticed it coming just towards the end of this year, because this year has been so miraculous and beautiful in so many ways. And this is exactly how I'm going to make sure that I let go of that stuff in 2026. And you can too, because you do not need to have chaos in your life to feel safe. And that's the problem. My nervous system, and like I said in a previous video, which I will try and add a link to here in the top there, you know, it basically it was addicted to trying to get back into that chaotic space. It knows that so well. So having a year where everything was just going swimmingly, it wants to create trouble. And so me putting on the weight again, you know, I'm not crazy overweight. I'm just not at the physique that I had 6 months ago, causing rifts in the most important parts of my life. I notice happening towards the end of the year. And I find it really interesting that even wants to happen. So I want to study it. And I have studied it over the years. And it is just a subconscious pattern that you haven't healed yet. It's a energetic block that you haven't let go of. And it's searching for what it knows, not what is good for it, you see. And so when you start to be aware, and I praise God for that awareness, luckily I'm aware of it. When you start to become aware, you can see where you're trying to self-sabotage. And many of us do it all the time. We don't even notice. You could have the perfect relationship and you take an action that just hurts it. You have the body that you want and you just start to let it go. And I seem to have this rebellious streak within me. And if you have that rebellious streak within you, comment down below, rebel. And I want to hear about your story. But my story goes like this. And I'm not going to go into great detail, guys, because I'm still working through some of it and it's personal. But the story goes that everything was going swimmingly. And then, you know, towards the end of the year, I just started to notice that I'm putting these things in. And I've put myself in a place of pain. You know, I've created pain in my life, really, on a true level. You know, hopefully a pain that has a resolution. But in my life and in my belief, everything has a resolution. There's always a solution to every problem if you go to the source, which is God inside of you. So how am I going to make sure that this doesn't happen again and get the resolution that I desire and everything to work out for me in 2026? Well, actually, I realized I have to go to the deepest part of me. You see, I've asked life to bring me stuff to help me to let go. So it has to keep showing me the parts of me that haven't healed yet. And so it made me take actions from there because I wasn't dealing with them, because I thought all was good. So a problem in my life has had to come up for me to face. So you may be in this same situation too, and I'm being vulnerable here to help you guys, you know. But how do we deal with it? Well, the first step is you have to take some physical actions. So if you are looking to change your life in 2026, here's my solution for you. Take away anything out of your life that draws energy from you. So I'm not going to be drinking. I'm going to be working out again. I'm going to be meditating regularly, but not lots, just regular moments throughout the day, checking in with myself. I'm going to make sure that I stop chasing outside validation through success or other things and make it all about the inner world again. And you have to make it much simpler, you see. See, when we're trying to manifest everything, when we're always trying to succeed, when we're trying to create, when we're trying to manifest healing, and we forget that it's just about how you're doing inside. The inner world is the most important garden to tend to, but we keep making it about outer stuff. I noticed myself doing it towards the end of the year, you know. I was keen to succeed. I was keen to reach goals, and I started to push. And from there, all that happens is the weight and the heaviness of that starts to push down on the inner work and it starts to stop it. So all the traumas have to rise to the top. So again, it's breaking apart your life and what you want it to be, and realize that want and need and force and push actually hurts you emotionally, and it makes you do things that aren't beneficial for you because you want to achieve. So I was obviously hiding some emotion to try and achieve something. That's why I put on the weight. You see, weight is layers of emotional issues. Now, I know exactly what to do here, so I'm going to go through that protocol. So it's every day waking up like this. Wake up, check in with the body, scan down. Is there any residual tension in there emotionally or energetically? Deal with that. Claim the day as I want it to be. Go and do the physical activity that I need to do. Okay? Don't look at my phone now before I get to work, you see? Because what was happening was I wanted to help people so much that I was looking on my phone all the time. I was getting drawn into things. I was not looking at myself because I was trying to help so many others. Now, I'm telling you from my experience, my issue that I'm going through, some may say is minor. But for me, it's enough for me to go to this protocol. So it's about waking up in the day, checking in with yourself first thing, scanning down, letting go of residual tension, claiming that this is God's day full of peace, harmony and joy. Love flows through my business. Love flows through my marriage. God's love fills my soul. I'm guided in all ways. And then you claim that you go into life. Then you take some physical action. And this is in particularly for the men who watch my channel. Do something physical so that energy can release, okay? Go lift weights, run, do something that our primal instincts were told to do. And you must do that. That is essential, okay? Then you go into your day and then you let your day unfold as it does, whilst being aware of who you are. Then claiming in your space. As you get to your office, you claim this is a beautiful day. This office is filled with love, peace, joy and harmony. And you have to make sure to say what you need to say, to contemplate the things that you need to contemplate, to saturate your mind with God's divine truths. If you get lost and don't take that leadership in yourself, like me towards the end of the year, you get sucked into the mass energy, the trauma of life. And I started to take on some of the trauma of my clients too. And it had to express. So my past trauma, the trauma of my clients and everything had to express in an issue for me to face now. And it's made me have to make this change. Now you can look at this issue and you can say, I give up. I don't know what to do. I'm broken. Or you look at the issue and you say, okay, this is what it's showing me. I haven't been diligent enough on my practice. I haven't been diligent enough on my prayer therapy. I haven't been diligent enough on my connection with God. And if you do these things and you make your connection with God and your connection in your inner world the most important thing, don't worry about the rest of life. It is inevitable for it to improve. I've seen it from my past experiences and I know it from what I'm about to go through now. So every week I will be making sure to do this every day, day in, day out, making time for joy, but making presence and peace my most important part of my life. Not success, not outer world, nothing. That can be what it is. It will find its path when you do the inner stuff. Now, so you see, why do they say money is the root of all evil, or things like that? Money is innocuous. It's literally just paper, or it's the numbers on a screen. It's meaningless. It's that beyond the love of everything else. It's also when you look for quick highs. So you may drink alcohol just to give yourself relaxation. If you need it to relax, then there's something deeply emotional going on inside that you need something outside of you to help you relax. Don't do it. Deal with it. Face it. So anything that stops you facing yourself, get it out of your life. So this year, I'm taking a year off alcohol in particular, for no big reason. This isn't huge reasons why I'm doing this. It takes small things for me to make these decisions, but they're important. Yeah, take it out of your life, friends. Okay? Do your physical workouts, even if it's yoga, walking, swimming, whatever it is. Do that physicality. Do all of these things and get prayed up. Pray up. Connect to God. Saturate your mind with divine truths of peace, harmony, joy. Use your affirmations, use your visualization, connect to that truth inside of yourself. I'm going to be doing this every day for 2026, and so can you, and it will change your life. My life is transformed. Now I'm looking for this to be the final step. Last year was a tragic end to the year, and then it came to a solution. This year I seem to add something even, nearly close to it again, and it's going to come to a solution, but I'm going to change deeply to never let it happen again, my friends. That's what I want you to do too. Make sure you face that inner trauma that keeps holding you back. Do it by doing what I told you. Just take everything away that stops you facing the inner demons, the inner world that is making you make these decisions. Face it boldly, knowing that God inside of you, God knows the solution. God is the answer. And it is peace, harmony, ease, flow. That is God's nature. Have a great 2026, guys. I know I will. Will you too? Comment down below if you will. Now, guys, I don't always offer this out so you can just take advantage of it, because I hold the space for working with people very tightly. But I'm going to offer 5 spaces for people looking to heal their bodies in 2026. Now, why am I doing this? Because I am opening it up so you can just jump on it. So you can start in January with me. Now, usually there's an application process, but this time around, I'm opening up 5 spaces for whoever's ready. Now, this is a 6-week intensive, okay? And what we do is we do a deep dive first session into you. I get to understand your blocks, where you've come from, where you've been to. I'm also going to show you how to bring those blocks up to the surface and let them go, and how to pray effectively for you. You're going to get an individual written plan just for you too. You are also going to get access to my learning hub with all my courses, meditations, and other things there. We're going to meet each week for sessions. Sometimes, if we need it, multiple times a week, to give you everything that you need. Plus, this is the big part, you get messaging support from me. I am going to be like your spiritual best friend. Now, I'm opening up 5 spaces there, guys, and it is linked down in the description there at the top. 5 spaces only, okay? So if you are ready to commit and you want 2026 to be the best time of your life, you don't want to worry about a reach out call, application process, you can sign up today. Go and make it happen.